Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Please also share this video via social media and with your friends via email. Thank you for your support. Today, I read several financial news articles. I've included links to the articles in the description below. I encourage you to read the articles to support the authors and news sources. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of these articles that are of public interest. Will we be dealing with a retirement crisis in America in the future because those in Generation X haven't saved nearly enough? Well, today I read an article on CNN.com written by Jian Saadi that may answer this question. The article is titled, "Gen Xers are next in line for retirement. Many haven't saved nearly enough." The author of the article indicates Gen Xers are now in their 40s and 50s and account for about a fifth of the U.S. population and are next in line to retire behind the baby boomers. The author references Tyler Bond, the NIRS research director, who said the bottom half of Generation X only have a few $1,000s saved, and the median amount that Gen X households have in retirement savings is just $40,000. Ladies and gentlemen, did you pick up on the word households? He didn't say Generation X individuals. He said households. How scary is that? So let's be very optimistic here and say that a younger Generation X household's $40,000 might triple by the time they reach retirement age. Tripling that amount would be $120,000. Applying the 4% rule to that $120,000 would only provide $4,800 per year in retirement income, or $400 per month. Think about how much less $400 will be worth when these younger Generation X households reach retirement age in the future. $400 today won't even cover food costs for most families each month. Now, some of you might say that these people will be receiving Social Security also. Oh boy, did you know the average Social Security check in 2023 is only $1,827? Rent costs more than that in some cities for a tiny apartment. I want to mention that I've shared with you the median household savings data. This author goes on to report the average Gen X retirement savings for individuals and households. Note that the average is often thrown off by wealthy people with huge account balances. The average Gen X retirement savings balance is $130,000 for an individual and $243,000 for a household. If we continue with our optimistic theme here and project that a younger Generation X household's $243,000 might triple by the time they reach retirement age, that would be $729,000. Applying the 4% rule to that account balance would generate $29,160 per year in income, or $2,430 per month. When you combine that with Social Security, a household like this may stand a better chance at sustaining themselves during retirement. I haven't discussed income taxes in this example, but someone nearing retirement should meet with a tax professional to determine what implications taxes will have on their retirement planning. The author of this article again references Tyler Bond, who said, and I'll quote, "Most Gen Xers, regardless of race, gender, marital status, or income, are failing to meet retirement savings targets." This is pretty scary to me, since I often read in the news about baby boomers who are facing a retirement crisis. Many baby boomers have seen massive real estate appreciation during their lives, and many have lifetime pensions. If large numbers of these baby boomers are struggling during retirement, how bad is it going to be for Generation X, who often don't have lifetime pensions and may not have benefited from the same type of real estate appreciation during their lifetime? I'm curious if you know individuals who are part of Generation X who have little to no retirement savings. If so, tell me about it in the comment section below. If you think I have a negative attitude about retirement, Americans' attitudes about the economy aren't much better right now. I read an article on CNN.com written by Brian Mina titled, "Americans' Attitudes About the Economy worsened for the fourth straight month. The article references the University of Michigan's measure of consumer sentiment, which fell 5% in November. This was the fourth consecutive month that sentiment soured. The author indicates that the drop was mostly driven by expected effects of higher interest rates. Are you surprised by this, ladies and gentlemen? Many everyday Americans are being crushed by inflation, and those who rely on credit to maintain their standard of living are now having a more difficult time sustaining themselves due to sky-high interest rates. Millions of Americans are probably also in a sour mood because they have had to resume making their student loan payments for the first time in nearly 3.5 years. Some thought the government was going to forgive their student loan balances, and they are probably upset that it hasn't happened. I can understand why consumer sentiment has soured. Do you have friends, family members, or coworkers who are in a bad mood because of the economy or because they have had to resume making student loan payments? If so, tell me about that in the comments section below. I read several articles today that really caught my attention, so I'm going to share them with you. I read an article on CNN Business written by Jordan Valinsky titled, "Purdue Made Chicken Feed for Humans to Eat." This is called Chicks Mix. When I first read this, I was all excited because I thought this might be a way for humans to get the nutrition they need without having to put expensive groceries on the credit card each week. I also thought that this might be a convenient type of food that people could eat when they are extremely busy instead of going through the fast food drive-thru, which has gotten incredibly expensive recently. Well, I was let down pretty quickly as I advanced through this article. Apparently, Purdue's new Chicks Mix is a snack made from most of the same ingredients found in the company's chicken feed, which is vegetarian and antibiotic-free. Unfortunately, this is a marketing opportunity for Purdue, and they are limiting this to only 100 people who can enter for a chance to win a bag of this Chicks Mix on November 17th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time by visiting PurdueChicksMix.com. It's unfortunate that they aren't actually manufacturing this for the entire population. I think there are a lot of people who are suffering from food insecurity that could benefit from this. I think there are also a lot of busy people who eat unhealthy food at the drive-thru, which is expensive, and they could benefit from this as well. For all of you car enthusiasts out there, I read an article on CNN.com written by Peter Valdez de Pina titled, "The Chevrolet Corvette is officially going electric." The author of this article referenced GM President Mark Rios, who announced in a LinkedIn post that an electric Corvette would be offered as early as next year. Well, here are my thoughts. I know that electric torque is impressive. It's been fun to watch YouTube videos of the Tesla Model Plaid smoke muscle cars at the drag strip, but for me, the Corvette is an iconic American sports car that should have a V8 engine. I have always liked the fact that the Corvette is rear-wheel drive as well. There's nothing cooler than seeing a Corvette smoke its back tires. I wish General Motors would just stick with their roots when it comes to the Corvette. They can convert the rest of their fleet to all electric, but leave the Corvette alone. I'd rather see a gas-guzzling V8 rear-wheel drive Corvette that has less performance than an all-electric vehicle. Most Corvette owners aren't going to track these cars anyway. When I was in high school, I really wanted a Corvette. I went to look at a black 1974 Corvette with my uncle once. It was being sold for $5,500. And not only did it not have matching numbers, it had no numbers on the engine block. They had ground those numbers off for some reason. There was something seriously shady about that car. It was also in very rough shape. I never owned a Corvette, and I doubt that I ever will. I just have no interest anymore in owning a Corvette. I'd rather keep my money invested in assets that provide a financial return. I realize some collector Corvettes have appreciated in value in recent years, but those potentially can be very speculative investments. If you are a car enthusiast, what do you think about the Corvette going electric in 2024? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If the Corvette going electric wasn't weird enough, I read an article today on foxbusiness.com written by Michael Dorgan, titled Chipotle Founder Opening Robot-Powered Meat-Free Restaurants. According to the author, Steve Ellis, the founder and ex-CEO of the fast casual food giant Chipotle, is plotting a return to the industry early next year with a new startup that will serve meat-free sandwiches in restaurants powered by robots and skeleton crews. The restaurant chain will be called Kernel, that's Kernel, not Colonel like Colonel Sanders. The first location is going to be opened in Manhattan. It will only take 3 human workers to team up with robots to make items such as meat-free burgers and fake chicken sandwiches. Well, for those of you worried about AI and machines potentially displacing human workers, here is a perfect example of a restaurant that may do just that. One of my friends once managed a fast food restaurant, and dealing with employees was a constant problem. People wouldn't show up for work. When they did show up for work, they didn't always work very hard. They often upset customers. It was constant drama. Some restaurant operators would probably love to transition to robots instead of having humans. This could potentially cut down on a lot of problems. Also, you don't have to pay wages anymore. Once you make the initial investments and pay it off, the restaurant could be more profitable in the long run. Now, this is assuming there aren't expensive maintenance issues with the robots. It will be very interesting to see if this new startup takes off. What do you think about robots being used in restaurants? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Please keep in mind that nothing in this video is financial advice or advice of any kind. If you need advice, seek advice from a qualified professional in good standing who puts your interests first and foremost. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Please also consider sharing this video via social media or via email with your friends. I want to extend a special thanks to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. I want to also thank all of my channel members. Check out some of the great books that I suggest you consider reading in the description below. I've included Amazon affiliate links to these books. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.